Hello, ladies in the bar stool. We're doing a special episode because we promised it to you guys. As always, I am your host, and to my right, as always, is the hot and funny one, my co-host and beautiful wife, Kat. Say hello.
Hello. We're not doing this because we promised it to you. We're doing this to be lazy. As soon as we're done with this, I'm using this baby wipe that's over here. I'm wiping my face off, and I'm getting my beauty rest. So we love you. We mean it. We're doing it for you.
Why are you talking like a old Southern belle?
Hello. Because it's these satiny, silky jammies I never wear.
So you like my jammies?
Yeah, I was going to get a moo-moo, and then I saw what fancy-ass jammies you're getting, and I'd look homeless if I didn't get something that matched.
All right. As cool as these things look, they're fucking hot as hell. Like, they do not breathe at all.
I mean, there's not a lot of fabric on mine, so I don't have to worry about that.
So,
The robe is nice, though. I like wearing a robe.
like the robe. Well, hopefully I don't spill shit all. You know how difficult it is to move an entire recording studio to
Into
a
your
bed.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be bringing up like just different fun bedroom and sleeping facts and jokes and all kinds. And we're going to go off the rails because it's what we do.
Yeah.
Make sure that you go check out all of our old episodes on.
We might even have a cat join us just because we're in our bed and that's what they do.
That's
So
exactly what happens.
You might see some puss.
Not that puss. For those of you just joining us.
The only one you're getting. I've already
The
told
only-
JD. There's no hanky-panky for that camera because someone can hack that thing. I'm out.
They can't hack the camera. They can hack my computer, but not the camera.
The camera is connected to the computer.
Yeah, but we'll see the green light come on. And I'll be like,
No, I don't need some stalker dude.
that's exactly what you need. But as I was saying, you can go check out all of our old episodes on YouTube and any of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you're joining us live and you do want to make comments, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission to see your name. That's all they get.
Y'all get to see the train wreck that is us trying to do our sponsors by memory. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be horrible.
It's going to be amazing.
Tonight, since we are in bed, we figured we'd do just a good nighttime drink for you. So we're going to be doing hot toddies.
Hot toddy.
There's several different versions of a hot toddy. The original one was just whiskey, honey, lemon, and hot water. But they've kind of morphed to where tea is acceptable. Hot toddy. Some have cinnamon, some don't. We're not doing it with cinnamon because I forgot it.
I'm not going. Oh, we have some downstairs. All you got to do is tell me. I'm not going to do the lemon. And already I have acid issues. I'm good. The honey, the whiskey, all that's bomb. I'm in. But I'm going to opt out of the lemon.
So Sabrina says, hi. Hello, Sabrina.
Hello there. Welcome to our boudoir.
Yes, welcome. Thank you for following instructions and actually going to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission to see your name. If you want to go ahead and give me your cup, I'll make your drink for you while you go through the sponsors.
Okay, you're just going to add whiskey, right?
And honey.
Wait a minute. You're going to put me in charge of sponsors. You want me to try to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you at least put them up on the screen? So can I cheat a little bit?
Of course. Yeah.
First
I gotcha.
and foremost is 5x5 Brewing Company, Battleborn, Texas, brewed in Mission, Texas, founded by Army vet George Rice. It's no surprise this brewery is taking over the Texas market from the Valley to the Panhandle. With beers like the 40 millimeter stout, the Burnett Bombshell, and the Foo Bar, they're kick ass, is what they are. I did that out of order. But if you want, so ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 today. You can get their information at facebook.com/5x5 brewing. You can email them at info@5x5brewing, or you could call them 956-445-5421. That
was perfectly adequate.
That could have been way worse. So moving on to OMOG Construction by veterans Seth Knox and Matt Anders.
Got it.
Servicing the greater Houston, Texas area from commercial to residential. For concrete pads, they have you covered. Because there's blankets. You can get their information at omogco.com, facebook.com/omogco, or Instagram omogco. That stands for One Mexican, One Wedo. That was adequate.
That was perfectly adequate.
And then we have Nathan Einkorn with Be My Neighbor Mortgage. He does what?
You're floundering. You're
I
floundering.
never read this one. You do.
So yeah, Nathan Einkorn with Be My Neighbor Mortgage. You can get a hold of him at Einkorn. That's NEINKORN at BMN.com.
I read that.
They specialize in VA loans. They're part of the vetted VA, which is a great place to get information. Get past all those. Hold your shit.
I said no lemon on mine.
No, I didn't hear you. But he specializes in VA loans, getting past all the myths and bullshit that you hear. Make sure that you call him, email him, or find him on Instagram, Facebook. You can call him at 720-980-9988. And FYI, BMN did our mortgage 4 years ago. Could not have asked for a better team of people to help us out.
Baby, I'm gonna stop bouncing because you're gonna knock over our hot toddies on your computer. Oh,
it's just fine.
See? Just a little electrical damage. No big deal.
Hang tight, people. Here, since you're in such a bad out of hell rush to get your drink.
I'm not in a bad out of hell rush. I didn't want you spilling it on your computer. Don't be an ass, not in bed.
That's the best place to be an ass, is in bed. No. So that is it for our sponsor. So like I said, we made hot toddies. What it is just we got tea. Tea, and then we use 1835 bourbon, which is made in Texas. 1835 is the year that Texas declared its independence from Mexico. It's very important because it made the United States 100 times better when we joined, when we let America join our union. Hold up, I'm making my drink. I'm trying not to spill it.
I stirred it and then I licked the spoon and it was straight ass honey. That's what it was.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a straight ass bourbon.
No. Well, now the sip was, but it was straight ass honey. So I figured if this is a hit and I'm like really want to be lazy, we're gonna change this to Southpaw's Tales from the Bedpost or something. Because I can get used to this. This is nice.
So yeah, I got these pajamas off Amazon. I'm like, I'm gonna wear like some 50s shit, and I got these, and I'm like, what the?
And like I said, I was totally prepared to wear the most ridiculous pair of jammies. Like I thought about getting jammies with JD's face on it. So if we do this again, it's probably gonna happen because I think that would be hilarious for one.
So
yeah.
Do you know? And I told you earlier, but does anybody watching or listening know when the first episode of a TV show that appeared that had a husband and a wife in the same bed?
You told me it wasn't Flintstones.
Oh, I didn't tell you who it was.
No.
Well, I wasn't going to say that because most people are going to think that it was the Flintstones, which you said.
I didn't think it was the Flintstones.
And then
I thought it was I Love Lucy.
So you thought it was I Love Lucy. Yes. Put in the comments what you guys think it was.
Yes.
If it was the Flintstones, I Love Lucy.
Google it.
And don't Google it.
Just say what you think.
One of the most common things is the Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Is what a lot of people think it was. But I'm going to give it just a second for people. Victor says Simpsons.
Wow. No.
Well, the Simpsons.
I mean, they've been on for 100 years.
This was actually last year was their last season. They ran 33 seasons, which is the longest running sitcom in television history. So that's kind of cool. Rose says she thought it was I Love Lucy.
See, that's
Facebook user says these guys.
These guys.
These guys.
These guys. I like that though. Yeah.
So I'll give everybody a
podcast from in bed. I doubt that.
No, there's probably a bunch of porn podcasts.
Yeah.
Which is happening after we get off the air.
Was it Bono and what's her Oko Ono?
What? So I'll give you a hint. The first time that a husband and wife were ever seen in the same bed on television, not movies, but in television, was in 1947.
Can you hand me the spoon again? 1947.
Yeah.
Is it a cartoon?
No.
Is it real life?
So it was a show called Mary Kay and Johnny. And the reason that it's not as well known as you would think is because there was only 250,000 TVs in America at that time.
So at the time, was it like ridiculously popular?
So it was a popular show by comparison, but they also had like one station at that time, so it was and one thing that was syndicated. There's just one syndicate station. So it wasn't like it is nowadays where you have, 500 channels of nothing. They had one channel of nothing.
So weird. It's like more channels, more baiting. I think they're connected.
What?
More baiting.
You'd think people would bait more back then when they didn't have anything, just boredom.
Nah. They even had separate beds. They weren't even having sex as often.
So I'm just gonna go through this list, and this is like the top 8 first times that husbands and wives were seen in the same bed.
Okay.
And like I said, most people thought it was this was either the Flintstones or I Love Lucy.
First? Can I do a joke?
All right, do your joke.
Okay. So someone stole hundreds of cans of energy drinks from a local grocery store. Did you know that?
No. Tell me more.
I don't know how they can sleep at night. Come on.
Oh, God.
Oh, stop. That's cute.
That's so stupid.
I
love it.
That's cute.
So yeah, that the show Mary Kay and Johnny was the first one in 1947. Then what you said was I Love Lucy. And that's also who else said that? Rose said that in 1955. The next one, which actually caught me by surprise.
Second, Rose, that kicks ass.
And the third one was I never even knew it, that they ever showed it at all, was Ozzie and Harriet.
Oh.
Yeah. Then number 4 was the Flintstones in 1960. So they were 13 years after, and they're the ones that are credited the most for being the first one.
So technically, if you and I had put money on it, I would have won because I said I Love Lucy, and that was before the Flintstones, right?
No, because we would both been wrong.
No, but who went?
And that's
first?
how it works.
Mine went first. By how many years?
5-year difference.
And
then
those are the years my parents are born.
Hey,
That's
what do you know?
cool.
So then you have Bewitched was next. I don't know which year that was. The Munsters in 1964, which
that's cool.
I'm gonna diverge right now from that. Have you saw the new Munsters movie with the one that Rob Zombie made?
Rob Zombie one, yes.
Loved it. It flopped. Like everybody hated it and said that it was too hokey and had stupid jokes.
I loved it. It was nostalgic.
It was exactly what the original.
And Rose said that she has my back and that I win. So
Tony says, when does the show start? I paid a lot for this OnlyFans.
If you paid, you need my Venmo because we're not on OnlyFans, but
yeah, we're not on OnlyFans. We're on
and I'd love to say I would never do that for money, but I think everyone's got a price. So we'll talk about
what? Having 3 kids, 2 of which are in puberty and eat more than I do, I'm getting ready to start an OnlyFans just to fucking afford feeding them bastards.
Well, there is a fetish for everything, sweetie. We could show your ear canals and we could probably make some money. Like in the ear canal. We always say feet, but everyone says feet. So let's go
apparently
orifices.
No, apparently Feet Finder is there's one of my coworkers that's on there and he talks about it all the time. And this dude
as a model? Or
no, he pays
stop it
an ungodly amount of money to see
women's
feet. And they're not all pretty.
That's gross.
Like he's like, yeah, you can see all kinds of feet. And then
why?
Some
if they're not all pretty.
Some people like that. Some people like it where they're just absolutely fucking gross. Like they'll walk through
So if I got hobbit feet, I can still make money on that?
Yeah. You
know what?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm one pedicure away from rocking that website. That's
I got straight up Native American feet where I've just been walking around barefoot. And like I can step on sticker burrs and Legos and it doesn't bother me. I'm sure somebody will pay for. Oh yeah, I make a whole fetish website of just stepping on Legos.
Of just day-to-day tortures. Yeah.
Just stepping on Legos.
I stubbed my toe on my bedpost. Oh, do it again. Do it again. I tripped over my cat and almost fell down the stairs. I do that daily. I almost trip over our cat and fall down the stairs on the daily.
Hey, Mark with the C's getting to watch. Mark, I'm sorry that it's not been working for you on Facebook. I have no idea what the problem is, but I'm glad you found us on YouTube. That's awesome.
Good for you.
So he found
Ron usually comes on here. He watches through Facebook.
So we didn't even make it through the first segment before we went straight off the rails, which was my fault. But yeah, the Munsters TV show.
Feet fetishes.
Yeah, how the fuck did we go from that? Oh no, it's Tony when he said the OnlyFans thing. See, the ADD brain is just.
So you see that, Tony? He's blaming you.
Yeah, exactly. But so yeah, the sixth show to show a husband and wife in the same bed was the Munsters in 1964. Green Acres was after that in 1967. And then number 8 was the Brady Bunch in 69. And I didn't realize the Brady Bunch was on that early.
What year?
1969 is when it showed them in bed together. And I didn't think Brady Bunch came out until the 70s. But I guess
it looks real 70s.
It
The
does
show
look-
looks real. They are like the epitome of 70s.
I want to know how they had Zoom meetings back in the 70s.
Who's farting? Like you're the only one not on mute, ma'am.
So yeah, that's the first thing, the first little fun factoid of bedroom stuff.
Awesome.
So what do you got for us?
I have another joke.
What do you got?
I mean, I have facts too, but the jokes are more fun. So, why is insomnia not a joke?
Why?
Because people are losing sleep over it. You're welcome. I know they're not all winners, but I think they're adorable.
Oh man, the more the loser they are, the better they are. That's horrible.
I told your son one, and he did not think it was funny, mainly because he was on the Switch, and I don't really think he was paying attention to me. Or maybe I'm
Probably
just
not.
losing him. He's 8 now. He's a grown man. He doesn't love his mother anymore. He does.
I had no clue where you're going with that.
He just doesn't love me, like like he's not as affectionate as he was.
Well, he's a 15-year-old boy. He's not going to be.
Him. I was talking about Nolan.
Oh,
weirdo.
Nolan.
I said 8.
Oh, I thought you said Daniel.
No.
Oh, even him. Yeah, some damn video games.
Stupid stick in a loop or whatever.
Stick in a hoop. It's gonna rob people's brains. So do you know what the record is for the longest period without sleep?
You want me to guess?
Yeah, guess. And then
in days and hours. Like
days and hours, yeah.
Oh, both?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
And then if everybody that's watching or listening, put it in the comments what you think the record is. And don't Google it, but the longest time without sleeping.
I'm gonna say 9 days, 14 hours. 14 hours.
So you say 9 days, 14 hours. Adam says 11 days. In the comments. Both of you are wrong.
Are we way off?
It's higher than what Adam said. Whoever Facebook user is said 14 days.
Yeah.
It's higher than that.
Oh shit.
Rose said 7 days.
Without sleep?
Yes. Yeah.
There's documentation proving
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
They must work at SDI. I'm just kidding. I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah, they probably do.
7 days, 4 hours. Okay, so more than 14 days. So 17 days?
Eric says his personal is 7 days, which he did as a kid.
Interesting. So 17 days?
More than that.
21. Give us an answer. Damn,
All right, so
cliffhangers.
The longest recorded period of time without sleep is 18 days, 21 hours, and 40 minutes, achieved during a marathon.
During a marathon?
Yeah.
Huh.
God damn it.
Don't
Hold
use
on.
the Lord's name in vain.
I said God.
That's not it. All right, so click on the comments again, please.
I'm going
We
there.
have more comments. All right, so while he's doing that,
All right.
do you want to hear another
So yeah, it was what I find funny about marathons though is this dude. So the original marathon, you know where it came from, right? The you don't know the story of how we do marathons? It was
how it originated?
yeah. It was a soldier in ancient Rome that was running from the battlefield to where all the pogues that are behind the line with information, and he ran at a full sprint 26.2 miles from where the battle was to there. And when he got there, he ran so hard and so fast that as soon as he got the message delivered to the Roman leadership, he dropped dead.
26.2 miles. That's like the length of a marathon.
Well, it was the Battle of Marathon.
Joke.
Yeah. It was the Battle of Marathon in which it happened. So now we run marathons and survive and get drunk to celebrate some dude running and dying.
Hey, hon, did you know the urge to sing the song A lion sleeps tonight is just oe moe, oe moe, oe moe, oe moe. No? Okay.
Oh, that okay.
Oh, it's
No,
gonna be stuck in your head now. Yeah, that's what's golden.
that one was horrible. You can do
Ah,
better than that,
okay,
babe.
how about
You
this
can do
one?
better.
A patient said to the anesthesiologist, "Can I put myself to sleep?" And the anesthesiologist says, "Knock yourself out."
Okay, that one's funny. See, that was a good one right there. So, so studies show, and I find this funny because we're on both sides of this study. Is if it takes you less than 5 minutes to fall asleep at night, that means you're too tired and won't rest well. Falling asleep should take 10 to 15 minutes. So you always get pissed off because I lay down, close my eyes, and I'm fucking out. Because generally I'm just exhausted. Whoever Facebook user says, how do I fix it? So just go to streamyard.com/Facebook. It'll
Give
take
him
it,
permission.
and then you just give it permission to see your name. It doesn't give us permission to see anything else. Facebook can't see anything else. It just puts the name that's on Facebook onto our screen so we can see who's talking. That's all it does.
So I was looking this up and it said the amount of sleep you need is actually dependent on your age. Because I thought like women needed more sleep. Like I've heard that before. So it says infants, they need 14 to 15 hours, toddlers, 12 to 14 hours, school age children, 10 to 11 hours, which is crazy because our teenager sleeps like 18 hours, while adults only need 7 to 9 hours. So after I heard this, I realized it's not a man or woman thing. I'm just an infant and I need 14 to 15 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I'm a toddler.
Yeah.
I act like one at least.
I don't know. I crashed so hard the other day that I slept until what 11 o'clock.
I slept for 14 hours last
never,
night.
as an
Facebook user, it
adult.
did not fix your name, but that's fine. Just keep going. We'll if you say something
Do you
funny or
want us to
cool,
call
we'll,
you something funny, or do you want us to tell it to you?
well, there's a couple Facebook users talking.
We'll call it.
Oh wait, I can see you now.
Ah, man.
All right, so it's funny that you bring
I was
up
gonna call
asleep
him
about
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, that would be cute.
It's funny that you brought up something that references kids and sleep because after a child's birth, parents lose between 400 and 750 hours of sleep in the first year.
How much?
400 to 750 hours of sleep that they lose the first year after childbirth.
I believe it.
I definitely believe it.
I think that starts when you're pregnant. As a woman, you cannot sleep by the end of your pregnancy. You are so fucking miserable. And for some reason, when you're walking around all day, you're just rocking that baby to sleep. So as soon as you lay down, those boys are crazy. They're crazy. Oy. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then pregnant women fart a lot when they sleep too.
I don't think that's true.
I do.
Really?
I know.
Show receipts, man. Where's the video? Or it didn't happen.
Is that how it works?
What do you do when someone is tired and doesn't know how to nap?
What?
Crash. Give him a crash course.
Wade says he lost all the sleep.
Yes, yeah. And
Yeah.
then it's like you don't learn your lesson the first time around. You just pop out a few more. You just lose like thousands of hours of sleep.
Yeah. Move your mic up just a hair.
Why?
Because when you're talking above it, it kind of goes in and out.
You can't hear me?
I can now.
Can you hear me now?
So do you dream during REM sleep or during non-REM sleep?
REM is the deepest sleep. So I would assume you do not dream during REM.
I'm gonna let everybody else. Wade says he has identical twin girls.
Oh God! No wonder you don't.
You're not gonna sleep in high school.
You're not gonna sleep for 30 years.
Yeah. You poor man. Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I had dudes. Like boys are so fucking easy. Like just shut up and go to bed.
Yeah, because that works every time.
It does.
It doesn't.
You know, if you beat the shit out of kids for the first 4 years of their life, whether they deserve it or not, the subsequent years of their life is very, very easy. I say that joking. Nobody calls CPS. It's a joke. I only beat them the first 3 years.
It's a joke.
So yeah.
We were all spanked. We're fine. Get over it, people.
Yeah, look how we turned out.
Oh, that's a good point. We are laying in bed talking to strangers. That is kind
Yeah,
of
but the thing about when we grew up getting spanked, we were also told not to get in cars with strangers or eat candy from strangers, and now we pay for it. There's an app dedicated to getting picked up by a stranger, and they give you gum or candy or drinks, and yeah. But yeah, so do you sleep or do you dream during REM sleep or non-REM sleep?
I'm gonna say none.
You sleep or you dream during both, believe it
What?
or not.
Shut up.
But um was it the REM sleep is generally more bizarre than non-REM sleep. When REM sleep is also when you have more nightmares.
REM sleep is?
Yeah.
Oh, fudge. Because I have very vivid dreams. So is that
That's
REM? That's REM sleep?
I'll get to that one later. There's a different article that actually goes into the dream processes, but this
So did you know that there was a study done in like 2015 on if cheese gives you nightmares?
what?
Yes.
Is this legit or a joke?
It's legit. No, this is not a joke. I read something about it earlier. I didn't save it to my phone. Where I guess there was like some author made a comment about how he dreamed half the stuff for his books, and it wasn't Stephen King, but someone like that, because he ate cheese before he went to bed. So don't eat cheese, you'll have these crazy nightmares. So they did a study on it, and 67% of people after eating cheese and going to bed did not have nightmares, but their dreams changed based on the type of cheese they ate. So some of the cheeses caused nightmares. Isn't that fucking crazy? And I was like, um, what's the I'm sleeping with Jason Statham cheese? Because I'm gonna give that to JD and make him a really happy man for 24 hours.
No, he's
No,
not anymore. No.
aw, you're
When
aw.
he started appearing in the 73 Fast and Furious movies,
Oh yeah,
he lost
yeah.
it. I
Aw.
lost all respect for the
I'm
man.
so sorry. Aw.
So going back to REM sleep, we
Chris Arnold says, spicy cheese makes spicy dreams. And then Wade said, nightmares, that's not Gouda.
oh man, what would we do
Thank
without guests? Thank
you.
you. Going back to the REM sleep, non-REM sleep is the only time we snore. So pretty much I never get to REM sleep. If I snore all fucking night, like you
Oh,
say,
wow. That's a valid point, which it makes sense because you have sleep apnea. Every time you probably dip into REM, you stop breathing, and then your body's like, nope.
in my defense, I have awake apnea too, and I forget to breathe.
You just have a really bad brain. We should just put you down.
It's a bad brain.
My God. Are my parents on yet? I've been saving a joke just for them. I know they're coming on. I know they
If
were
they're
eating
not
dinner
on
first.
yet, we're halfway through. They should be on.
I'm going to
They're
give
not
them
on
a
yet.
little bit longer. I'm going to give you a little bit longer. And I mean a little bit longer because I actually really love this joke. So I will wait on that.
And then also what you referred to earlier is
Yes, they're here. Okay. What do you call a sleepwalking nun? A Roman Catholic. I love it.
Jesus.
That's amazing. Stop it. That's a good one.
So you had referred to that study that was sleep by ages. There are studies that show that women do need about 1 hour more of sleep than
I knew it.
and
I
Wade
knew
says,
it.
I'm leaving now. No, you're not.
It
You're
was
staying
nice
right
knowing
there.
you, Wade. Have a good night of restless sleep because you have twin girls.
So I'm gonna just blast through a couple of these factoids, just kind of like lightning.
Cool. You know, I looked up factoids for beds and stuff, and all of it was
How to do
like
with bed bugs, right?
yeah, mites and skin and all the crap that's on your pillow. Did you know how they always talk about your pillow like doubling in weight?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it takes?
How long?
3 years. I was like, that's it? I don't throw away my pillow every 3 years. I probably have one that's older than my oldest son. That thing probably weighs a ton. I'm like, I mean, I don't have it here. I get the new pillows for me. I give my kids the crap pillows because I'm a good mom.
Yeah, Roberta just joined us at hi. So hello.
there.
Hello. So yeah, I'm just gonna burn through a couple of these like a lightning round type thing. But
Wait, we have plenty of
no, just these ones, so I can move on to some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
But just the rest of these tiny factoids. So
Do you want me to make a sound every time
if you need
do?
a more natural sleep, or if you're stressed, they run off the same hormone, which is cortisol. So you need to reduce cortisol levels for better sleep and lower stress.
If I could do that, I wouldn't have belly fat. So how do I reduce
don't
my
know.
cortisol?
I don't know. It's on the internet,
That
so it's
was
got to be true.
useless.
And then before the invention of electricity, people slept an average of 9 to 10 hours a night. And conversely, the internet is the main cause of insomnia
I believe it.
because you get caught in like
It's
a YouTube rabbit hole.
It's the blue screens on your phone also.
You just do the doom scrolling where you're just sitting there watching squirrels and just reels, scrolling through reels. Divorced and separated people tend to suffer more from insomnia.
We have to stay married or you'll never sleep.
Yeah, I'll never fucking sleep.
You'd never sleep.
And then people who don't sleep or are stressed and have too much cortisol eat more due to a decrease in the level of leptin in the blood.
How do I reduce the leptin?
No, you want to increase your leptin.
How do I increase my leptin?
You eat leptin.
It's like a food product. I've never heard of it. It wasn't like a part of the food groups on that pyramid they showed me in school.
I don't fucking know.
Like, here's your grains. Here's your dairy.
Somebody
here's your
Google
leptin.
that and tell us about leptin. Or if you know anything about leptin, tell us.
That didn't help. Oh,
So
do you have more?
What? No,
Still
that's it for the lightning round.
Cool. You want another joke?
Yeah.
These are fun. They're cute.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, they're all like dad jokes, so y'all are just gonna have to deal. So, a farmer took a nap under grains and was arrested for perjury. Yeah, he was lying under oats.
That reminded me of my cousin Vinny. These two Utes. What is a Ute?
Youths, guys.
Youths. He was saying youths, but
youths. Okay.
you don't remember that scene in My Cousin Vinny?
I don't watch that now.
That is a great movie.
No.
See, this is what causes marital problems: is her lack in cinematic, amazing.
But yet he has to keep me around, or he won't sleep.
I know.
It's a conundrum.
Put in the comments if you agree with me on My Cousin Vinny. See, Chris says that movie is one of the best.
I would love to get paid to sleep. It would be my dream job.
Where is it? Where is it?
What is that? I can't hear it.
It was a laugh track.
Oh,
I forgot you didn't have your headphones on. At least you didn't have to hear it. So, have you ever heard about sleep paralysis? I mean, I'm sure you've heard about it. Have any of y'all ever heard about, or have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
No.
So,
heard about it.
So sleep paralysis is what a lot of paranormal investigators talk about it, but it's also a very legitimate thing. Some paranormal investigators will say you're not having a haunted house because you are only suffering from sleep paralysis. Other paranormal investigators will say the exact opposite, like you're having sleep paralysis because it's haunted and it's paranormal
it's
or
crazy,
whatever.
Though, that a lot of the sleep paralysis is like the same nightmares, that there's a demon that's like compressing your chest and not letting you.
Well, that's just part of the
symptoms
symptoms of sleep paralysis.
Is the visions?
Well, you're hallucinating because the part of the brain that
lack of oxygen
that gives you the dreams, like makes you see shit when you're dreaming, is still on while you're awake, but the part of your body or the part of the brain that keeps you from moving so that you don't roll out of bed, is still clicked. So you are both legitimately asleep and awake at the same time. And Chris
Arnold said, I have awake paralysis too.
Man, I love the fact that you made that joke.
So
okay, this is a friend of ours who's
so
paraplegic,
hilarious.
and the fact that he can make that joke. If you can't take fucking jokes about yourself, then fuck off. Because if he can, that is awesome. But I actually had my first experience with sleep paralysis probably 2 or 3 months ago, and I told you about this. And we're laying in bed, and Kat usually gets up anywhere between 4 and 5, depending on if she's hitting the gym or what she's planning on doing at the gym before work.
I woke up at 3:38 this morning.
And I'm used to her. When she gets up, she turns on her little bedside lamp, goes in the bathroom, does what she's got to do in there, put her face on, and all your morning hygiene
Excuse
stuff.
me, I go to sleep like this. I wake up like this.
Yes, you're beautiful all the time.
Yeah, I don't. I don't wake up like this. This is like.
But
cake.
So I had this dream that it was exactly that. It was your normal. You were doing your normal morning routine. I rolled over so that the bathroom light wasn't in my eyes, and when I roll over, our oldest son is standing on your side of the bed, and he's got a blanket wrapped around him.
Happens.
And not with our oldest son.
Yeah, it happens.
Not with our oldest son.
Not often.
But it's, 4:30 or so at night, and he's like, "Dad, can I sleep in y'all's bed for a little bit?" I'm like, "No, get the fuck out of here." And then he starts morphing into this like demonic thing, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to scream at Kat, who's in the bathroom getting ready for her day, and all I can get out is just like that's all I can do was just make this like squeaky sound. I couldn't, and it was super quiet, like it was forced. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. And I'm like stuck there until I fall back asleep.
Why does your paralysis sound like you mimicking my kettle?
Because they're all the same sound.
Okay.
It's all the same. But it was so real to me that I called Kat later on that morning and I asked her if Daniel was in our room. And she's like, "Oh, not that I remember." And then when I saw Daniel later that day, I asked him, I'm like, "Hey, were you in our room last night or this morning or anything?" And he kind of gives no, because he's 15. He's not going to come to our fucking room. He's scared of what he might find.
We're still playing chicken, y'all. Clearly.
So,
but he comes in our room. It's not like he never.
I mean, but he doesn't come in our room as to sleep in our bed, and especially in the middle of the night.
That's more like a little kid thing.
But
yes.
But yeah, it was. I mean, to this day, I will swear that he was standing there, and then it went just. I mean, it was the most realistic dream I've ever had. And I've had some pretty realistic dreams, but I can figure out that it's a dream. I can narrow it down, and just use context clues. And then, hey, Mark, congratulations, you got here on Facebook. Job. That's awesome. But yeah, that was my first and only experience with sleep paralysis. I wanted it's to the point where I want to like start studying it more and finding more stuff about it, just because of how legitimately scared it had me. Like whatever it was that was pretending to be Daniel that morphed into something else that was reaching towards me and I couldn't fucking move. Like it was I can't impress how real the feeling was. Like it was just like you right here, right now.
Yeah. I mean, I have very vivid dreams, so some of them scare the shit out of me, but no, it's not like I think I'm awake. I can't move. I can't talk. I can't breathe. All of that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely different. Hi, Patty. How you doing?
So if you're watching or you're listening, put in the comments if you've experienced sleep paralysis, because I'd like to set up a time to have a conversation with, just to kind of especially if it's sleep paralysis that's led to something that scared the ever living shit out of you, not just not being able to move.
You have like an insomnia where when you can't sleep, you just want to eat, and it's called insomnia.
It's funny because it's true.
It's true. That one was just for you.
And some nom, which is funny because if I'm hungry when I try to go to sleep, like I can't sleep because I can sit there and just focus on how hungry I am, which is probably why I'm a fat piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, what?
Don't put my man down like that. That's just rude.
What, me? I'm
starting shit with me. Yes. You in your stripy jammies? Like a sexy zebra over there? What the fuck?
Speaking of zebras and just wild animals in general, because this leads in.
Is it like the zebras?
No.
Like
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
So, Mark says aliens for sleep paralysis.
I don't know.
Go watch the Fourth Kind.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch the Fourth Kind. There's a lot of theories revolving that.
So, I know this has happened to you. This probably happened to everybody, but when you're like just getting to sleep,
And you
and then
fall?
your whole body just jerks and wakes you up, and like your heart's just going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Or you feel
they've
like you
done,
fall. You're falling like, oh shit.
so top men have done studies on this.
Top men.
Top men. I'm glad you got that. If you got that reference, you were my best friend.
I'm his best friend.
So yeah, scientists have done studies on why this happens,
That's what I said, Wade. I was like, the
and
fall.
they have no fucking clue.
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah, there's no there's different
Theories.
theories and hypotheses,
There's theories about you.
but
And this is one of the theories that I read about in school, and it's the most like common believed in the scientific world. And it's the fact that everything slows down when you fall asleep. Your heart rate slows down, your breathing slows down and shallows. And they believe that you jerking awake is a defense mechanism in your body to keep you alive, because if you fall asleep too quickly and everything drops too rapidly, your body is doing this like, oh shit, I gotta stimulate them
so
to
your
make sure
body's
they
giving
don't
you an
die.
EpiPen, kind
Yeah,
of.
your body, exactly. Your body thinks that you're dying and they're trying to save you, basically. So that's what I read. That's what we were reading about in medical school. So that's it. So what, and it makes sense, but I don't know if that's exactly what it is. But your oxygen's going to drop, your CO2 is going to increase, your heart rate's going to drop, your blood pressure is going to drop when you fall asleep. It happens to everybody automatically.
So some other theories, which I've heard that one too. I think you were probably the one that told me that.
Probably.
Some other theories that research has linked to the falling sensations is stress, anxiety, and caffeine, which
Okay, I would have that dream way more often.
I'm
That would happen way more often.
yeah, I live on stress, anxiety, and caffeine.
Yeah, that is like
and irregular
breakfast.
sleep schedules. But one theory says that the reflex goes back to when we used to sleep in trees so that we weren't attacked by wild animals. And it was kind of a
Survival
instinct whenever you started to move just a little bit to one side or the other so you wouldn't fall out of the tree. So you're like woken up immediately.
So is that why we have a dream of us falling?
That might be. That's exactly what it was. Wade says that he kicked the ever living shit out of his wife when he falls.
Wow.
Mark asks what causes badass dreams. I'm actually going to get into that here shortly if we have enough time.
Did you not hear the cheese comment?
Spicy cheese. Spicy cheese will help.
Spicy cheese. Spicy dreams, Mark.
So what, you got any more jokes there?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
And this one's for you too, because I know that you went to this. What do you call a music concert with a sleepy audience? Lollapalooza. I can't even.
Jesus.
No, I can't even pronounce it right. It's funny.
So do you know what the witching hour is?
Do I know what the witching hour is?
Yeah.
Yes. That's like 2, right?
No.
It's not.
It's
2
3
in the
o'clock.
morning?
3 o'clock.
Oh.
3 o'clock is seen as the witching hour, which is when more evil things tend to happen, or by myth and lore and whatnot. Alfred was right, said 3 a.m.
Good for you.
Do you know why the witching hour is at 3 a.m.?
And now?
So there's been a link to night owls and people going to sleep later than what the body was designed to go to sleep at, and a higher amount of nightmares. So if you're going to sleep later on and you're waking up from nightmares, which we discovered or discussed earlier, where you have your nightmares during non-REM sleep, you haven't reached REM sleep yet. So that's when you're having the nightmare, which is why you wake up at 3. So if you're going to bed at midnight, 1 o'clock, you haven't reached REM sleep, you're having a nightmare, and you wake up. So people that would stay up and would more commonly believing in the witches and the evil, the demonic shit and stuff like that. And that's what happened.
And maybe I say 2 because that's like usually it's between 2 and 2:30 when I wake up, like with nightmares or whatever. So,
but you also don't go to bed at midnight.
Valid. Yeah. Last night, JD was snoring by like 8:30, and I fell asleep.
Out.
He was out. He was down for the count, and I fell asleep around 9, which is early for me. Usually, I go to sleep at 10, so it's only an hour early. It's not that bad. And then I woke up at 3:38 this morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, fuck you. And I was trying. And I was struggling to go back to sleep and it was not happening. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm up. I'm going to go to the gym and work out and shower and actually do my hair and act like I'm a functional person today.
Somebody in the comments says when you work nights, 3 to 4 is the hardest to stay awake. 3 and 4 is not the hardest for me. You know, it's I think 5 between 5 and 6.
5 is
Between
hard.
5 and 6. But
that's when I crash.
I get off work at 7:30 ish.
I worked
plus or
nights
minus.
for what 10 years,
Yeah.
and
5 o'clock is the hardest.
5 was rough because at some point you're like, I'm not going to drink any more caffeine because I want to be able to go to sleep when I go home. So by the time 5 a.m. hit, my caffeine had worn off. I'd been up all night and I was exhausted.
I'm drinking an energy
So-
drink on the drive home.
But
But
I'll
I'm
tell
like-
you what, I worked nights for a long time and I was able to sleep during the day. And now I've been out of nights for years. And if I stay up late and I try to if I cover a night shift at work, it's hard for me to sleep during the day now, which is odd.
See, Mark says that he used to wake up at 3:30 on the dot frequently.
See?
It is weird.
Mine is like 2:30.
There was a while where I woke up at it was 2:38.
I was about to say,
And it was
2:38.
exactly
Mhm.
2:38, not 2:39, not 2:37, not 2:30-ish.
Well, with daylight savings time,
2:38.
baby, I
It
was
fucked me up.
I was in there because I was 3:38 this morning.
But it was not every single night, but every time I'd wake up, it was at that exact same time, which is fucking weird.
That is fucking weird. That's
Fucking
weird.
So what other jokes you got?
Why is it difficult to get any specific information out of a betting expert?
Why?
Because they always make blanket statements. Don't act disappointed. You know you love that shit.
Blanket statements. So since we're still talking about dreams and just continuing that theme, there have been all kinds of studies and there's been no way to prove or disprove this, but there's a group of people that claim that they can control their dreams. I know I can. I can.
And but I've had people tell me that they could control
See,
their dreams.
And I'm gonna read this excerpt verbatim just so I don't screw anything up and I get all the information out. But while the phenomenon is somewhat debated and nearly impossible to prove, many people claim that they are able to control their dreams. Called lucid dreaming, sleepers report that with practice, they can recognize they are in a dream and control many aspects in the dream world. Somewhat like Inception, people often have a cue to recognize their dream states, such as something they try to do or touch, or perhaps even an external light or sound. Once in a lucid dream state, people report being able to conquer fears, soar through the skies, and work out real-life problems while sleeping. Some even say that they can start and stop dreams at their wish, and even repeat past dreams or pick up where they left off after waking.
If I could solve my real life problems while I was dreaming, I wouldn't have any more real life problems.
Yeah. I just drink. That's how I solve it.
In your dreams or in real life?
Both.
So you've heard of like feng shui, right? Like organizing furniture and stuff. This isn't a joke. This is from an actual thing. So according to the principles of feng shui, your bed should not be directly in front of the door for that room. And also they said that having the foot of the bed directly in line to the door is called the mortuary position, and apparently it's real bad.
Well, I can't have it directly in front of the door because it puts you in the fatal funnel.
You usually couldn't sleep in front of a window.
Well, there's no way, unless you get a big ass fucking ladder, there's no way you're getting by this window. But yeah, I fucking hate being next to windows.
Well, hates it.
If we won the lottery and we got to build our own house, there wouldn't be a window in our bedroom.
John Dutton says, because no bad sentence starts with that. John Dutton says, if you want different dreams, use different ingredients. Think of happy things before you go to sleep.
That's like a really long fortune cookie.
You know what? I wish my sister Sherry was on here. So as a kid, I would stay up late. I'd go and sneak into the living room, watch Jaws in the middle of the night because it was my favorite. So I wouldn't be able to fall asleep after that. I remember one night we were living in Corpus, so that tells my parents how young I was. And I was in the hallway, and Sherry came out, and she was like, "So we're gonna do our prayer, our now I lay me down to sleep prayer." And then you just say, "God, give me good dreams, good dreams, good dreams, good dreams, good dreams." And you keep repeating good dreams until you believe that God will give you good dreams. And it stuck with me for years and years and years. So anytime I have nightmares or was scared or whatever, I'd be like, "Good dreams, good dreams, good dreams, good dreams."
Your parents said they didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
But it stuck with me, and it's crazy that I remember that. But I remember sitting in the hallway doing the Lord's Prayer with her, and just saying good dreams like quietly until I believed that God was going to give you good dreams, and then I was able to go to sleep, and it worked,
and Frank says
and it
hi
worked
from
for
Utah.
years. So if I slept better after that, thank your oldest daughter.
I um I used to have horrible nightmares, and my nightmares it was a mixture of like the dream state where the best way I can explain it is when you're awake, you realize that it's just nonsensical and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But in a dream, all that shit makes sense. Kind of like how you jump from like location to location to location in a dream just by like turning your head or something, but it makes sense at the time. But when you're awake, you're like, yeah, that's fucking retarded. So my nightmares would be a mixture of that with um real life happenings. So but it was not good real life happenings, that stuff that, I've gone to therapy for. And so I trained myself to not dream, or at least not remember my dreams. Like I would wake up and for years I could not remember a single dream, or just felt like I didn't have any dreams at all, because the dreams were just that freaky, having to relive something over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Or
Or
and
especially something traumatizing, like
to this
that's
day I
painful.
still have dreams of being in the military and pulling the trigger, and either I can't pull the trigger, like it's just
Oh,
it's
is it like
solid,
when you're on a fist fight in a dream and you can't punch them
or
hard and they're kicking your ass? Because I've had that dream.
yeah, where you're punching and it feels like you're trying to punch underwater.
Yes.
But no, or I just pull the trigger and nothing happens, or pull the trigger and I can't pull the trigger, or there's just no ammunition, all the guns in the world, but no ammunition.
Yeah.
Just fucked up shit like that. And I was gonna go into that too, or where you're fighting for your fucking life, like
But you
fist
can't
fighting,
hit them.
and you can't punch, you can't kick. It's just like you're trying to punch underwater with like a wing attached, where it's like,
So, Mark, I have very crazy dreams too.
she has fucking movies.
Yeah. Like I think I've had credits at the end of a dream once. Like I have like legitimate, and there's dreams where I have felt like I was there for years. Like it's weird. And it's a very vivid smells, tastes, touch, you name it, lights. It doesn't, yeah. I have very, very vivid dreams, but they don't happen all the time, but they definitely happen.
Actually, I was telling you about a dream I had. Was it a week or two ago? It was probably the most vivid dream I've ever had in my life that I can remember. Because most of the times you can remember dreams like right when you wake up, or
Yeah, they always say to
or you
have like
lose them within
what
a
do they call
couple
it,
of hours.
dream journals. You're supposed to have
And
dream journals, and I'm like, I'm good.
but this particular dream, it's been weeks, and I still it was super vivid, and it was very similar. It was in a movie, and everything made sense. But I wish I knew how to write scripts.
Don't you?
Or I need to be able to talk to somebody who knows how to write scripts, because I want this to be made a movie. Do what?
Do you find it like okay? So this is my thing. It's like I find my own dreams fascinating, but then when other people tell me about their dreams, I'm like, okay.
So you telling me to shut the fuck up
No,
about
I'm
my
not
dream right
saying
now?
that. I'm saying that like with everybody.
She's
Like,
trying to like.
no, I'm just saying no one wants to hear like dream stories of other people. Like that can't just be me. That
It
can't
depends,
just be
because some
me.
people have the ability to tell a good story, and they can weave their dream to where it's like, okay, yeah, that's. And other people are just like,
Maybe it's from years of children saying, I had a dream last night and I was a potato and then I baked myself. And I'm like, the fuck?
are you fucking Harry Carey?
I don't know.
Let me ask you something.
I don't
If you're a hot dog and you were starving, would you eat yourself?
I'm just saying.
I know I would.
And I'm just like, okay, sweetie, bake yourself. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about all the time? And like weird stuff. I don't know.
So this dream that Kat doesn't want me to continue talking about, it was me waking up and imagine like you're watching a movie and it does the wake up on with the camera where you kind of the eyes flutter a little bit, everything's a little out of focus, and then everything comes in focus and I'm in a strange place, no idea where I am. Like bad headache, like I can feel the headache in my dream. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And there's two girls and a dude in the room, and one of the girls turns around and is like, he's awake. And to fast forward and go through it, apparently I was drugged and kidnapped and being held here. And they don't tell me any motive. They don't tell me why. There's no demands. There's nothing to get me out of there. But I can even have my phone on me. Like I'm free to roam anywhere as long as I'm not trying to leave. So I can walk around in the front yard. And it was like on some acreage or whatever. So I was free to walk around. I can eat whenever I wanted, go to sleep whenever I wanted. And then, so a few days go on in this dream and I'm trying to text people, but I can't. I end up finding a way to take a screenshot of the map where it shows the circle on your phone where you're at and able to text that to my mom. And
text your mom?
Yeah, I texted my mom. It's a dream.
So if
I have
you're
no
kidnapped,
control.
that's your first, that's your number, that's your one phone call. Your mom?
No. But moving forward, so eventually after several days, I end up escaping this place, and I'm kind of in like the foothills of mountains. Like it's big fucking hills, but it's not the Rockies. And I escape and I go down the road and I finally come to this small little town, diner, gas station, one of those towns that has like a stop sign, 12 buildings, Mayberry type place. And this lady in the diner's super nice, trying to be helpful, and I'm trying to explain to her what's going on. And I'm trying to let her know that I was kidnapped and all this stuff. And then finally it comes out that everybody in this town was kidnapped and has assimilated to this community. And as long as you assimilate and just do everything that's going on and just work with everybody else, you can live happily ever after, but you're never allowed to leave. And it's so weird to have an actual plot point in a dream like that. It just caught me off guard.
You keep like oversleeping your alarms. Like you keep hitting them, hitting snooze,
Oh, yeah.
oversleeping it. Like he's really lucky that he wakes up better during the day to go to work nights. Because in the mornings, like I have to wake him up most of the time. He's like, I'm like, it's 6:30. What time are you supposed to be up? And he's like, 20 minutes ago.
I fucking hate alarms.
So there was this guy who went to his doctor because he was waking up late. He was habitually late, and the doctor told him to sleep in an herb garden so you can always wake up on time. You asked for that.
And with that reason,
he's playing me out.
I'm playing you out. We are going to get out of here. It is 10 o'clock. We've been at it right at an hour. So we're going to call it a night. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We appreciate all the comments. It was great to have a very active crowd tonight.
It was our first slumber party. I should have if he grew out his hair, I could have braided it and we could have painted his toenails.
I'm actually growing my hair out. Look at this.
Stuff.
Look at this. You can...
No.
But as always, if you are going to be out drinking or if you are drinking, make sure you find a sober ride home. Stay where you're at. Just don't drive, please. We want to see you here. Same beer time, same beer channel every Wednesday. Kat, what you got?
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
So, as I said, join us here, same beer time, same beer channel next week. Make sure you go check out all of our old episodes on YouTube and all of your favorite podcasting platforms. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all the other bullshit that you're supposed to say when you're a podcaster. So, yeah, do that. And we'll see you guys next week. Love y'all.
Good night, everybody.